Just moments ago, the new Kia Seltos was launched, and I thought that there wasn't really going to be much to it. In fact, Jack and I were thinking the same way. Boy, were we mistaken. Check out my shirt. I've got stains of food on my shirt because I was so shocked at one of the first things that they decided to share with us, which were the prices, and that's exactly where I'm going to start. So the previous Kia Seltos started at 1,235,000 Philippine pesos. This time around, it starts at 37,000 Philippine pesos less, which is 1,198,000 Philippine pesos. And it doesn't stop there. It just keeps getting better because there are a lot of changes that happened on the new Kia Seltos that we would gladly take you on a tour around on this very quick walk around. Let's start with the exterior of the automobile. The front clip is very, very different. Not largely different, very, very different, because in the sense that first, the logo is now quite different. The previous model had the previous logo, now we have a new logo. The front clip is still very large. Actually, it's gotten a bit larger. If you head on over to AutoDeal.com.ph, you'll see very large changes when it comes to the grille. The lights have a similar shape to it, wherein there's an ear right about here and there's a secondary light right here, but the grille has changed entirely, and so has the one down here. So have the fog lamps too. When you move down the side, the wheels are the same shape, albeit in a different color. They are in a different, they are the same shape right here. You got the same ground clearance and the same goodies that you'll find on the automobile. Another change that we found is if you follow me to the rear, you'll see that there is now a reflector that stretches the entire length of the automobile. The functionality obviously will still be the same. Even these small little reflectors or lights that you find here, the same with the previous model. It's repeated here, but a different light shape altogether. You still don't have a power tailgate, which I was kind of hoping for. However, we're not sure if the top-end model has a power tailgate because this is the mid-trim EX. So we still have yet to see that. A lot of space back here, full-size spare at the back, seats that fold, obviously no to no option here, but still a lot of space. And it's flat too, so loading stuff in and out of the automobile, very, very easy. Close is pretty easy too. Why don't we step inside so I'll show you the second row. Okay, so inside the second row, mind you also that, again, I'll repeat, this is the mid-level variant. So there's no leather here. It is it's a nice feeling material though. It's soft. It doesn't seem like this is the type of material that your sweat will accumulate on under the hot summer sun. Looks like it'll evaporate quickly, but that, again, yet to be seen. You've got two air vents here up front. Just one USB charging point, a cubby hole. No center armrest, but again, this is the EX variant. I don't know if the top of the line variant will have a center armrest, but I do believe all of them, yes, all of them have Isofix anchors. Space is decent for my height. Good amount of space there. I don't think Jack will have any issues here. This driver's seat position is probably in between, or rather a little bit short maybe for Jack, but there's still a lot of room there. So that feels good. Tunnel is, well, it's not that high, so I don't think a third passenger will be an issue. Nope, I don't think so too. Let's get down to the business of what is in front though. Okay, so very quickly up front, I've got some good news and some bad news. The good news is that, again, we'll use this term driver-oriented because the screens are integrated well and then they tilt towards the driver. The good news also is that they're not large, so large that it impedes your view. You've got drive modes here, which is great. You've got great tech like advanced driver assist system inside this car, like adaptive cruise and lane keep. And then you've also got wireless charging inside the car for the top end model. Now that's the good news. The bad news is, unfortunately, there is a lot of piano blacks inside this car. You've got it all around the infotainment, the instrument cluster, the front dash right here, although this is a nice feeling touch here, but there's a lot of piano black there. Even in the center, there's also a lot of piano black. Now, keeping this car clean might be an issue, but then because it's brand new, they might not really care. You just want to keep driving it and driving it. Let's wrap things up with the engine and transmission, and of course the price, which everybody will want to know. For more specs, for a detailed list of specifications, head on over to our website, AutoDeal.com.ph. So the biggest, and I do mean the biggest change from the previous Seltos to this all-new Seltos is just exactly what is at its heart and how it pushes or pulls and how it distributes the power. Because previously it was a 2-liter. Now it is a 1.5-liter naturally aspirated that's mated to an IVT, or an intelligible variable transmission, which is basically like a CVT. Now that is for just 1 or 2 of the models. The top end, which we don't have right here, is also a 1.5-liter, but it is a turbocharged gasoline engine that's mated to a 7-speed DCT. So there's a lot of changes happening there. You've got changes as to where the IVT was. Instead of the top end, now it's on the lower end. And then you have the introduction of a 7-speed DCT. How they drive and how they react to the driver, that will basically save, obviously, for a proper behind the wheel. You also want to know that the power that it distributes it now distributes, if I'm not mistaken, 115 horses and 144 Newton meters of torque for the non-turbo variant. But the turbo variant, the top end, pushes out 140 horses and something like 242 Newton meters of torque. It's really quite impressive what a 1.5-liter can do. Now the prices, okay. So the prices, as I mentioned earlier, it does start at below 1.2 million Philippine pesos, which is 1,198,000 Philippine pesos. That's for the lower end model. Now for the top end model, that's where it's kind of different because it's actually more expensive now than the top end model of before. So the top end Kia Seltos now comes in at 1,688,000 Philippine pesos, almost 100,000 Philippine pesos more than the previous model. But you do get a lot more information, or rather a lot more tech inside the automobile. You get the new logo, you get the new things on the outside, up front, and at the rear. So again, I'll remind everyone, for more information, head on over to AutoDeal.com.ph. Find out if you can actually use our Get Quote button to get your car as soon as possible. And please subscribe to our channel so that when we do a proper behind-the-wheel review of the new Kia Seltos, you guys don't miss out. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay safe. See you soon.